tell us. Yep. So we are live. We're going to go ahead and record this as well. Again, guys, we want to welcome you to our Women of Wealth call on tonight. Super elated to have you all joining us here tonight. I see so many different places from all across the country. So I'll go ahead and get us started tonight. My name is Michelle W. Kofer. I am one of the founding leaders and members here with this phenomenal platform, Women of Wealth, as well as this amazing girl boss opportunity called Own Easy. Somebody put Own Easy in the chat. I'm representing my t-shirt today. I've been out in the malls passing out home buyer flyers today. So I wore an Own Easy t-shirt. So that just shows you the simplicity of what we get to do while we're empowering people. But tonight, we celebrate women all across the world, all across the country, as this is National Women's Month. From the East Coast to the West Coast, the North to South, so we want to just say congratulations, Queen, on being fabulous. But we also want to say that while so many of us are doing big things, or even there's a narrative or facade around doing big things, when it comes to our finances, women lag behind. When it comes to, investments and real estate, women lag behind. And so tonight we're going to show you how to go out here, make a big impact in your community. But at the same time, we're going to show you how to be able to leverage this amazing platform called Own Easy to accumulate financial freedom for yourself, for your family, and for your community. So I'm going to go ahead and let me see if I can get a few people assigned as co-hosts, because there is a disclaimer tonight. I have a new computer. I can't see y'all when I'm over here sharing this screen, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet. And so let me just assign a few people as co-hosts. I made you a co-host, Coach K. You guys drop some fire symbols in the chat for Coach K. You might hear from her tonight. This young lady just racked up $11,000 in bonus money on this platform. I just made her a co-host. I also just made you a co-host. Y'all drop some fire symbols in the chat for Miss Chelsea Conley, a millennial boss who has decided, you know what, I want to create my own way. I don't want to work 40 years to retire on 40% of my income. So she's creating the narrative for her finances early, guys. So just super excited to be able to be on here. So I'm going to go ahead and share this screen, and we're going to get started talking about Own Easy. So, one thing I can tell you tonight, ladies, is that you can either own hard, you can own hard, you can own not at all, or you can own easy. And so you can just tell me in the chat which category you fall in, because ownership is power. And I love the fact that our co-founders decided, you know what, we're going to go out and create something for families whereby we can empower them to build wealth in the system called real estate. Real estate is a $12 trillion industry, and it's changed the trajectory of so many people's lives, including our CEO, Mr. George Newberry. This gentleman came to America. He does not have a high school diploma, yet he owns over 4,000 doors in real estate, was able to build his empire in that place. And one of the things that he discovered was, after having an ice storm impact his business, he discovered, you know what, bad credit is not a place I want to live. And instead of him filing bankruptcy like many people do, he instead figured out legal loopholes in consumer rights laws, and he fought himself out of $28 million in debt. And once he did that, ladies and gentlemen, he decided, you know what, I'm going to share this with people. Now, the thing about that was he lived in Chicago. So for years, he only shared that message in Chicago. How can you leverage the system to bounce back? How can you get back into real estate? And he only shared that locally. And so in 2022, he partnered with our president, Mr. Chet Seeley, and he said, hey, I know you've been tasked with redeveloping and revamping companies. I know you've been able to help companies go to the $1 billion mark. I need your help getting the word out. And the two of them, brainchild. And now, guys, we're here standing in their vision of 1 million families becoming homeowners. And they've simplified wealth creation through the world of real estate. And so our mission is simple. We're going to help 75% of all Americans own homes. And specifically, over the next 5 years, ladies, we will help 1 million families become homeowners. Now, let me just stop right quick to make sure my screen is sharing. Coach K or Miss Chelsea, can one of y'all unmute for me and just let me know? Because yesterday we was presenting and realized the screen wasn't showing.
It's showing.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, perfect. Thank y'all so much. So I just want to make sure, because I don't want y'all having to imagine what I'm talking about. Now, last night they imagined really well, but I don't want to do that 2 nights in a row, right? So listen, but we're going to help 1 million families become homeowners. And ladies, when you start to think about, it's Women's History Month, it was not until 1974 that women could actually even own real estate. So that wasn't that long ago. I was born in 79. So it wasn't that long ago. So now that we have the opportunity to own real estate, to build wealth, why aren't we taking advantage of what's in front of us? Well, the fact of the matter is, most of us have debt because we've gone to school, we've gotten degrees, right? We have debt, or we just weren't taught financial literacy. So our credit may not be there. Drop a 1 in the chat if you learned financial literacy before you were an adult. Drop a 2 if you did not. Yeah, most of us didn't. I wasn't taught about financial literacy. In fact, I wasn't talking about home ownership. Nobody talked about that. I learned at the age of 26 that, you know what? I'm paying somebody's rent. I probably want to own my own home. So I was smart enough to make a decision to buy at age 26, but I was too dumb to use a realtor. I didn't know financial literacy. I thought I had to pay the realtor. So I ended up purchasing a home that had a bat infestation and water damage. But I also discovered, ladies, 6 years later, obviously those issues were resolved, but 6 years later, I got ready to sell that house. And people said, "Oh, you won't be able to sell a house. Nobody's going to buy a house around here." And I was able to sell it to a cash buyer, leverage that income to now, little project girl, now get my second house. And the second house we built from the ground up. And so I can tell you that I learned that there's wealth in real estate. But think about how many women don't know that. How many women don't know that I got to address my credit profile so that I can own? And so we help families deal with those issues of, not enough income because their debt to income ratio is out of balance. That's stopping them from buying a house. We help women resolve credit reporting errors, and we have our own in-house legal team. But on top of that, we utilize the greatest, latest technology, and we'll talk about that. But the way that you're able to help, sis, is that you're going to be a part of the mobilization of community loan officers. Somebody say community. Community is where I live, where I work, where I go to church, where my kids go to school. We're going to put you in the community where now you're trained and you're out there grassroots showing people the power of home ownership. And that's why I love this mission, because you're part of changing the narrative. We're going to educate people. We're going to show them how to access down payment assistance. Like literally, if a person wants to own a home, we're going to make sure there are no barriers, right? As I mentioned, credit is one of the number one reasons why people cannot purchase a house. We've taken the guesswork out of it. We have a cutting edge AI technology, guys. Listen, everybody's into AI right now, including us. And when you think about artificial intelligence, guys, it's the most genius way to quickly, efficiently improve somebody's credit profile. So our AI software is actually patent. We're the only platform of our nature out there, but we got cutting edge AI technology where our algorithms are running 30, 40,000 algorithms at one time to determine what's the fastest way to get this person's credit score up so we can get them to the mortgage table, right? It's seamlessly effortless. Clients can go in, import their credit reports. They'll have access to all 3 credit profiles, and literally at the click of a button, they click and they have tailored dispute letters. So this is not like, some form letters, if you've heard of that, where people got to try to figure out, well, what should I say or how should I do it? All of the guesswork is taken out. Somebody say own easy. Our goal is to help people get there, but to take the easy route, right? And it's time efficient. Literally, they can click a button and those letters are gone. And then there's continuous monitoring so they can know what their 3 credit scores are. In fact, our software not only shows them their credit score, but it also shows them their hiring index score. It shows them their insurance score and an auto score. So women are able to be informed in their financial purchasing decisions, all right? And they're able to monitor that 24/7. As a part of this movement, ladies, it's important for you to understand that your behavior affects your credit. Yes, I know as women, we like to shop, we like to eat out, we like to vacation, but let's not do that on credit. Credit is designed for you to leverage OPM. Somebody say OPM. That stands for other people's money. You shouldn't be using credit to pay your rent. You shouldn't be using credit to pay your light bill unless you have a game plan in place. But either way it goes, just know that there's a formula. And once you master this formula, you can build excellent credit. I used to have my credit score was in the 500s. Now I'm like a 768, 766 any given day. My goal is the 850. Your goal should be an 850 because that's when we truly have buying power, right? But 35% is payment history. Pay your bills on time, especially in the last 18 to 24 months. As it relates to home ownership, you want to show that you can have the ability to pay this loan back. Amount used, that's your utilization. You need to demonstrate that you have good financial responsibility, that you're not going to max out cards. So I suggest that you keep those cards under 10%. whoever invited you to this call today is thinking about you. They was like, let me make sure my sisters understand that even if she got the Kohl's card, she can't max the Kohl's card out, right? So you want to make sure that you're keeping your utilization under 30%, because guys, that is over 165 points of your credit score. You want to make sure that even though you pay your debts down, don't close those credit cards out, right? That's length of history. That's 15% of your score. Even though you got the extra money, it's tax season, there's a little surplus coming in, we all thousandaires. Do not close those cards, because you lose all of the history that you created of making good payment history. You want to make sure that when it comes to buying a house, you're not racking up new debt. You don't want to apply for anything. You definitely don't want to get a car before a house. You want to make sure that you keep those inquiries to a limit, because anything more than 2 will speak to the creditors and they're going to think you're desperate for credit. So you don't want to be applying for a lot of credit, guys. And then making sure your credit profile is diverse. Credit mix is 10% of your score. Making sure that you have installment loans. That's like a car note, a furniture, something that is the same every month, but then also revolving loans, store card, gas card, major credit card. So if you don't have a mix of credit, the young lady that invited you here tonight can help you with diversifying your credit profile. She'll show you how to report your rent. She can show you how to get a secure card, just so that you have a credit mix, because even though it's 10%, guys, it still counts in the calculation, right? So let's talk real quick, ladies, about the true cost of renting. If you all would just share in the chat the average cost of renting in your city. What are you paying to rent in the market that you live in? I'm here in small town, Wyandotte, Georgia, but we live literally just across the highway in Bethlehem before we bought this home. In Bethlehem, we were spending a little over $2,000 a month for a 3-bedroom house that we were renting. Can I tell you something? It's cheaper to own, okay? We bought this house 4 bedrooms. Our mortgage is only $1,508. Our credit score, 766. We bought the house. Interest rate, 2.25%. So listen, imagine though I stayed in that rental. After 1 year, I had thrown away $24,000. I would never get that back. And God forbid, think about people who choose to stay in a rental because it's close to their school, or their kids are involved in sports there, or, my job is down the street, or we like our church. The convenience is actually expensive when you're renting. $120,000 after 5 years, 10 years, $240,000 just because you like the school system. Come on, $360,000 after 15 years. And believe it or not, it's people who rent all their life. My mom was a renter all her life. All I knew was renting, right? And so I want you guys to understand tonight, ladies, that it's time for us to own. Somebody put it in the chat, ownership equals power. When we own our homes, we have the ability to leverage from the equity. What can you do with it? Whatever you want to do. Pay down debt, do repairs to improve the value of the home, whatever it is, send my kid to college so they can get a good education, whatever it is. Wealth in America was built because of equity. When the government said we're going to give out this thing called a 30-year mortgage, those people that took advantage of that, fortunately, 98% of them were Caucasian, so they took advantage of that. And now the same houses they bought then are worth $700,000-800,000 into the millions of dollars. That's wealth, y'all. We build wealth in real estate, and it's time for us to realize tonight that you've got next. So as a woman of wealth, if you're not there yet, and you say, hey, listen, I need to improve my credit score. I'm just going to be a big girl and just tell truth, right? I'm going to fix what I'm ashamed of. No worries. We got a solution for you. If you need help with your credit, we got an AI-powered program. Ladies, cutting edge technology, credit building tools, a money manager so we can track our spending, monitor our activity and our spending trends, because if you got bad habits, you got bad credit. If you got good habits, you got good credit, right? So you can learn to do anything, especially when you're in a network of women who will hold you accountable to creating your legacy. You got access to attorneys, and no, we're not a credit program. We are a full-fledged real estate platform, and I'm getting ready to show you how you can participate in that. But I want you to know that we solve the problems for people. Debt analysis, budgeting tools, access to all 3 credit scores, score simulator and tracker. This can show you literally, how much money to apply to a particular account and how many points your score will improve. And you got $1 million of identity theft protection. So listen, if you know anybody, lady, who wants to own a home and she's just not there yet with her credit, for less than $3 a day, she can get there. $89 a month, no contract. Listen, it's $149 to get started, but you're talking about well over $1,500 in value. Imagine having access to a consumer attorney who can litigate and sue somebody on your behalf because your consumer rights have been violated, and you walk away with a check for $8,000. Don't believe me? Dr. Tangela Collins Myers can tell you in the chat, I'm not telling a lie. Imagine using that money for a down payment on a house, or earnest money, or to pay down some debt for $89. We're talking about less than a cup of coffee. So $89. If you know other people, ladies, you can refer 5 people to the company. They will waive your $89. But I'm going to tell you, the proof is in the pudding. You see this queen right here? Do I have any single women on the line? Listen, Miss Kiwi is a single mom doing her thing. Her son is very involved in athletics, getting ready to go to college on a scholarship. But let me tell you, she was seeking help because she wanted to own. She got denied for a new place because of her poor credit. And in her words, as a paralegal, y'all see how good she looked? As a paralegal with a great job, guess what she said? I was denied a new place due to poor credit, and I felt embarrassed. No longer do you have to feel embarrassed. Listen, tonight through this movement, guys, through Women of Wealth, through Own Easy, we're going to adjust each other's crown. If your crown is not there, we're going to help you. And she said, listen, I was introduced by a mortgage loan officer. Her score went up 24 points in the first round. And then on top of that, right before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, this same young lady got a $4,000 check. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to get a $4,000 check, but she got one because the lawyers found a consumer rights violation. And now she got that $4,000 from one violation that they targeted with the creditor. And now they're going after Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So what that means, for all my mathematicians on the line, that's a potential $12,000 more that she's going to get. Somebody drop some fire symbols. You see my sis right here, Miss Trinithia Farrell. Listen, she had to urge her husband, baby, do what we need to do. Ladies, sometimes we got to be the agitator. Sometimes we got to be the one to make sure that the house is positioned. She told her husband, Rod, even though you work in finance, baby, we got to get this credit together. And guess what? He partnered for our program, guys. 97 negative items removed from his credit. Even at the age of 62, he realized, like, I got the ability to drive the narrative for my family. Now they have access to a credit line over $10,000. Somebody drop some fire symbols in the chat for that, because we talk about making decisions that allow us to create wealth. That's what this call is all about tonight. How can I leverage this platform to help other people, to be able to earn additional income, to create assets for my family that lead to cash, that lead to assets? You do it through real estate. And so if you're on the line tonight and you're interested in learning about this MLO opportunity through Own Easy, hashtag Own Easy, because we are the fastest growing mortgage loan platform in the country. Listen, we are a full-fledged real estate company, literally one-stop shop. So if you are a realtor on the line tonight, welcome aboard, sis. If you are a tax professional, insurance professional, kingdom leader, you're a small business owner, welcome to the call tonight. I'm going to show you how, with everything you already do, you can simply add loan origination to your portfolio, and you don't even have to do the work to walk away with a big check. So let's talk about the money. Drop some dollar signs in the chat, ladies. I want to just make sure that the temperature is right, because I'm getting ready to tell you what CNBC and Indeed is suggesting as the number 2 most desired career in America. CNBC, Indeed.com, all the major news outlets, you can look it up. In fact, pull your phone out right now and go to Google and Google mortgage loan officer salary, and then put in the word Indeed and see what comes up. I'll tell you, they're going to tell you that without any degree, working virtually, meaning from the comfort of your home, you're talking about an average of $200,000 a year for a part-time gig. Now, that's if you do the work. So I got to let you know, ladies, there's a disclaimer here. I am not promising you you're going to make $200,000 a year. I'm telling you what's possible if you do the work. Just like if you started any traditional business, if you don't work, you don't eat, right? And so what you have to understand is this is your way to get into real estate without having to go to school, take a test, and do all the difficult stuff. This is your way to get into real estate, but real estate is transactional. You make money when a home is sold. As a mortgage loan officer, I'm getting ready to show you how to rack up the bag. But listen, sis, if you don't help a family become a homeowner and achieve the American dream, you will not earn a paycheck. Well, you can earn some passive income, but the bulk of your money is going to be in helping families achieve the American dream. So listen, as a community loan officer with this platform, you work in your community and you work nationwide. Somebody say 50 state in the chat. 50 state. You get to work in all 50 states, helping families become homeowners, even if they have low credit scores. There are some programs that could qualify to 580. Even if they have low income. In fact, 75 for all, guys, we're looking to empower low to moderate income families. When you look around today, guys, every nonprofit organization, every government entity is talking about affordable housing, right? Am I right? Yes, I'm right. They're talking about affordable housing where they're looking to partner with programs just like ours to get clients into these loans, FHA, VA, and USDA, where those two loans right there, people can have zero money down. People don't realize they can use a Section 8 voucher and the money that they're getting on that voucher can count as income. But we got to educate them in our community. Conventional loans, jumbo loans. So if you have people in your network that want to buy a mansion, great. We can fund way into the 5 million plus. So it's no limitation. But guys, I tell you, even entrepreneurs who have a Schedule C can do bank statement loans here. A lot of times that segment of population is cut out. How do I know it? Because I'm a tax professional. People are always afraid to literally write off what they truly can legally because they're like, well, I want to buy a house and I was told I can't buy a house. Well, you can demonstrate that income was coming into your bank. You can still qualify for a loan. And that's why I love working with Capital Federal Mortgage because, guys, we're a part of a community initiative whereby we have over 151 other credit unions in this network, and they will take the time to get the loans done. These big Fortune 500 companies, they're not like, listen, the loan doesn't qualify, it don't qualify. On to the next, right? Well, here at Capital Federal Mortgage, guys, you're employed somewhere where they will manually underwrite. So if that application is rejected through AI software, guess what? They'll pick it up and somebody will literally look at that loan. How can I get Johnny qualified? How can I get Susan qualified? And then on top of that, we have rehab loans, 203K loans. We have DSCR loans. Guys, we have a full plethora of bank product to help everybody and anybody. And we have competitive rates. We table fund. So we're not tacking on extra fees to our clients on the back end like some people do. And guess what? You get to work this thing part-time or full-time. It's up to you. You want to work on the side, you can work on the side. You want to make this as a full-time career, you can. Listen, ladies, I was a former social worker. You're going to hear from some ladies in a few minutes. You don't have to be in real estate to build wealth in real estate. Let me say that again. You don't have to be in real estate to build wealth in real estate. I was a social worker. My husband was an Uber driver. So at some point you can transition in if you're willing to learn. And that's what I hope you guys are willing to do today. Listen, if you are a realtor watching this, please pay close attention right here. As a realtor, you can now become a 50 state national mortgage professional, meaning you can leverage your license and get paid 2 times on the same transaction. So if you're going to take your client shopping as a realtor, you're going to earn 3.5%. But as a mortgage loan officer, you also can get paid, and it is legal. So many realtors don't even know this. So listen, sis, if you know people who are realtors, you got to get them to this information because they're leaving money on the table. You're going to help the family buy a house anyway. You're going to be their realtor anyway. So you were already planning to make money on the sale of the house. Now you get to make money on the MLO side. And I'm going to show you how you don't even hardly do any work to do that. But the rule changed December 2022. And listen, it's legislation. So legislation changes. I don't know who's going to be the president next, but I know right now there's an opportunity for realtors to get paid 2 times. And I can only imagine, listen to this. I can only imagine somebody started to realize that there were too many realtors with 0 closed transactions. Somebody started to realize that the average realtor was door dashing and Grubhubbing and Ubering between transactions. And while the economic state of America was going down, they felt like this would be a way to supplement for realtors. So if you're on the call today, somebody hashtag double dip. That means get paid 2 times for doing what you was going to do 1 time anyway. We got here Miss Claudine Hibbert Smith. She's a broker, guys, top leader in the industry in real estate. She saw this thing and she said, I'm taking this to my team. Everybody on her real estate team, they're here. Guys, she has over 300 realtors under her network. They're here. We got Miss Denise Wilson, realtor out in Charlotte, North Carolina. Denise literally was my realtor in the middle of a bankruptcy. And that second house I bought, I went out of work for 8 months and I literally had to file a bankruptcy. Was I happy about it? No, but she was able to get the courts to allow me to sell that house. And I walked away with 5-figure checks, y'all. So let me tell you, had I been renting and filed a bankruptcy, I would have had $0. But because I owned that property, I was able to restart my life. Somebody say there's wealth in real estate. Not in renting. There's no money in renting. So Denise is in North Carolina. She's a broker as well, guys. Her first transaction was in Philadelphia. The next one was in New York. I think I may have got that vice versa. But nonetheless, my point to you is, doesn't matter where you live. You do business in all 50 states, and there is no limitation. So yes, you can be a loan officer and a realtor at the same time. And yes, on the same transaction. So that right there is a win-win for everybody. Now, let me talk to the people on the line who are not realtors, but you have a business. Let me talk to you on the line that you do multiple things. You're in clergy, you're a tax professional, you're insurance, you're a small business owner, you got your own hair salon, you do credit, whatever you already do. Let me show you how you can have a dual role. You can do what you do and do this at the same time and have leverage. So we're going to do the heavy lifting. Again, $12 trillion industry, and you literally can focus on, leveraging our platform, our system, our loan buddies. I'm going to show you our expertise and get more business done. You have a transparent process where you can see what's in the notes, you can see what's going on with that loan, and you can be assured that you're working with a reliable process, so you don't have to worry about staying up trying to wonder if that family is going to close or not. And what I also, guys, really, really love about this process is that we are knowledgeable. We get trained about this mortgage loan process. People like, how y'all don't have a SAFE exam? How I can be licensed in all 50 states and there's no test? You're employed by a federal bank. And because it's a federal bank, you have all 50 states. And because we have a training platform that you can plug into on your own, you're going to become knowledgeable. So that's how I know how to do loans now. That's how the person that invited you here, they know how to do loans, but they don't have to have this as a background. And what I also know, guys, is client loyalty is everything. Your clients already trust you as a stylist. They already trust you as their minister, their social worker, whatever you are to them. They already trust you. But now imagine you help them get the keys to a home that's their own. You help that single mom who's working 3 and 4 jobs take her kids out the projects. You help that dad who's been trying to, keep his head above water. And now he realizes that even though I'm on a moderate income, I can give my family something. You give them that sense of pride, guys. They will forever be loyal to you. So you got client loyalty here. And then we got a very efficient process. So we're dealing with people that know what they're doing. You're partnering with somebody who's a trustworthy professional, and there's just really no limits. All I know is it's the wealth transfer. #wealth transfer. It's the wealth transfer. Everything about what we're doing is creating opportunities for people, listen to me, that did not exist. When you start looking at the home ownership rate in America last year, National Association of Realtors said that only 7% of Black families participate in a real estate transaction. That means Black Americans weren't buying homes. 7% Hispanic Americans participated in a real estate transaction. So somebody's buying property. If you haven't looked, guys, there are investors buying up building entire subdivisions right now, and every single house in the neighborhood is a rental property. So we have the ability to try to get in front of some of this stuff so we can change the narrative on wealth. Let me stop my screen share just for 1 second, and I'm going to get back to it. Hold on a minute. Let me just stop the screen share. Can I just say something to us tonight? Because this is Women of Wealth. Can I just talk real? Just give me permission in the chat to just talk real. The Black dollar is said to become obsolete or non-existent by 2037. By 2037, look it up. They're saying that there will be $0 that will have zero net worth. Now, all my sisters out there that are non-melanated, I love y'all. But tonight, I just want to talk real because I'm just still feeling a little bit Black history-ish, okay? But let me tell you, they're expecting our net worth to be $0. So are we going to allow that to become the truth and the narrative? Or are we going to be women of wealth and we're going to go out here and do what other people are scared to do? That's just my question. Are we going to be women of wealth? Put wow in the chat. Are we going to be true women of wealth and we're going to get educated and we're going to get power and we're not going to be gatekeepers and we're going to go out here and be a each one teach one and we're going to hold each other accountable? Sis, fix your credit so you can leverage your credit to get these people's money. Sis, fix your credit so you can get a good interest rate. Girls, so you can start building some equity so you can leverage from that equity so you can start some businesses, plural, and we can go buy some blocks and build some neighborhoods. We're going to be women of wealth. Like, we're not going to play with this. We're not going to play with this. So I just want to talk to my people tonight because I'm telling you, I'm so fueled by this. Let me bring my screen back up. I'm so fueled by this because I thought I was the only one who had experienced a racist mortgage loan officer until I put up a post the other day. Let me bring the screen share back. Hold on, let me get this line right quick. I put up a post the other day on my page and I was sharing. I showed a picture of, and I'm going to get back on the presentation. I don't even know why I'm here, but just give me 30 seconds to share this. I put up a post that showed my income for that year. And I said, even with this, over $200,000 in income, I still was denied the ability to own a home with an audited P&Ls for my business, with everything documented and I'm just telling you my truth because I want you guys to know what's real. With over 6 figures in my bank account, I still got denied a home that we built from the ground up. And the week before we got ready to close, my loan officer wrote unfinanceable on the loan. Okay. Now I knew I was dealing with racism when he never gave me eye contact. Somebody said it happened to them before. I'm going to tell you, I realized the other day I wasn't alone because people started commenting on my post and said, it happened to me. It happened to me. The same thing happened to me. So we know that systemic race, it happened to, let's see, you see the people on the line. It happens. It happens. But let me tell you why it happens. I'm going to get to the presentation. Let me tell you why it happens. Because as loan officers, ladies, we have what's called discretion. Loan officers have the same power as a police officer. They can choose to take their time with this loan, or they can throw it off the table and keep it on going, right? So we have the ability now to change it because only 8%, look it up. I'm just telling you numbers I know to be true. Only 8% of mortgage loan officers in America are brown. Only 6% of realtors in America are brown. So what can we do right now to change that? We can become a community loan officer. We can get involved in our community and we can go change the narrative and help some of these families to own some homes. All right. So back to our presentation, ladies. As an MLO on this platform, because there are others, but on this platform, you get to help families. Coach K, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you so much. On this platform, you get to help families multiple times. Listen, ladies, families can own homes right now and you get paid when they buy a house right now. I don't care if the interest rate was 10%. It's better than paying 100% and renting somebody's house. So you can help them buy now. If they need to refinance later as a mortgage loan officer, you get paid for refinances. If they want to get a bigger house, upgrade, downgrade, you get paid as a mortgage loan officer. So you can work with the same family and potentially get paid at least 3 times for that same family. So the rush is on. We're looking to help at least 1 million families become homeowners. And guess what? We're going to help people make unlimited income while we're doing that. All right. And so when you think about this thing, it's pretty big, but you got to want to help. #help. You got to want to help people. If you don't have a heart to help people, this won't be the one for you. Okay. But let's talk about this money and we're going to get y'all out of here. Right. So you can leverage your time. You can focus on how can I still get the business done, but I don't have to do all the work. In this platform, you're going to have a loan buddy. You're the loan officer. You're responsible for helping that person apply, meaning if they can fill out a rent application or a job application, they can fill out a mortgage application. You can help them with that, or you can send them their link and they fill it out on their own. You make sure that they are who they are, gather up their documents, ID, make sure you got the socials, income, tax returns, all of that. That's your job. That's what you're doing. You're going to answer the basic questions, but the company is going to pair you with a seasoned mortgage loan officer called a loan buddy. Your loan buddy's been in the game 10, 15, 20 years, some of them. They're going to work with that 1003 application to make sure legally everything is done. RESPA laws are filed. They're going to make sure I's and T's are dotted. They're going to answer the difficult questions. They're going to work with their appraisals. They're going to work with the underwriting team. They're going to submit and finalize that loan. They're going to make sure that if the loan comes off the table, they manually underwrite it. So they're doing the hard work. Somebody say, let them do it. Somebody hashtag in the chat. Let them do it. They do the hard work so that we can leverage our relationships in the community to go get more people qualified. So they're going to do the hard work, but you're going to get paid. Okay. So as a community loan officer, you're going to earn what's called basis points or BIPs. Okay. 100 basis points is like 1%. So I know we got some tax pros out there. So follow the math, y'all. 100 basis points is like 1%. So if you sold a house for $400,000, 1% of that loan is $4,000 in commission. Put 4K in the chat. Okay. Now imagine That's money that you made from the sale of the home, but you got a loan buddy. So we got to give them something, okay? They ain't going to work for free. Your first 10 deals, you keep 65, they keep 35. You get a little bit better. Your next 10 deals, you keep 75, they only keep 25. And then now, full-fledged, you got leverage. Anything after your 20th deals, ladies, you bring home 85% of that deal. The loan buddy only keep 15, but guess who's still doing all that heavy lifting? They are. So if you got other businesses, serial entrepreneur, if you got other things and you're busy, come on, soccer mom, you still have leverage. Put that in the chat. Leverage. Leverage is a wealth principle. If you go ask Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, or Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, anybody that built massive empires, guys, they don't do anything all by themselves. You don't want to do anything all by yourself. So you can still bring home 85%. So let me just show you what this money looks like. Let's say, for example, you did 3 home loans. So you helped 3 families get to the home of their dreams. Doesn't matter what state they live in. Remember, because you got a 50-state play. You go out there, help 3 families. Let's just say average 400,000. We know some houses are less than that. Some houses are more than that. But let's just say you help them. Ladies, that's $7,800 a month. Okay. Is that changing things for anybody on the line tonight? Because I was a broke, struggling social worker, $43,000 a year. So I know what that kind of income does, guys. Listen, 8 houses a month. Imagine that, $28,000. We're assuming a $400,000 loan here, but just say 8 houses, because the average realtor will sell 8 houses. And you're like, well, I'm not a realtor. Okay, well, just imagine you did half that. You're still going to bring in $16,000 that month. And then imagine if you did 16 homes. This is the part that blew my mind and made me say immediately, I want to be a part of this platform. 16 homes a month. That's $76,000 in 1 month, ladies. Most women in America do not make that in a whole year. You want to talk about disrupting glass ceilings? Create your own ceiling. Create your own opportunity as a mortgage loan officer. Then there's a bonus pool, just like Keller Williams, just like EXP, where you can earn through levels. So if you got a network, bring them here. You can build a team, and every time they go out and help a family achieve home ownership, you get paid passively from that. So I love the fact that we are a real estate model. I love it because when you think about it, brokers have all the leverage. Brokers can get paid on a whole bunch of houses at one time and never have to leave their office, because the real estate agent is boots on the ground. The real estate agent makes money. She might be making 6 figures as a realtor, but guess what? She don't have freedom of time, because if she don't sell a house, she don't eat. If her client wants to see the house, she has to go show that house. Forget that my daughter's recital is at 7 o'clock. Your client wants to see a house at 7. So you think about, if you had a choice, which side of the model you want to be on, agent or broker? Put that in the chat. Do you want to be the agent or the broker? Because see, the agent is splitting their commission with the broker who has all the power. I'm just saying what I'm saying. This is the fact, ladies. So I love the fact that we adopted the EXP, the Keller Williams, the Coldwell Banker. I love the fact that we adopted Better Homes and Gardens. We adopted this model to be able to simplify this thing. And so that means if you share this with your network and they come on board, they don't have to have experience in real estate. But when they go sell a house, you are going to get 10 basis points passively. Passive. The way I spell that is PA $. IVE. Passive is massive, right? You want passive income, sis. Why? Because that's going to allow you to have beach money. You're going to have freedom of time, right? You're not really free if you're not creating a way to generate income in your sleep. Okay. So let's just say I go out and I share this information with Karen. Okay. Karen goes and she sells a house for $400,000, right? And now, because I shared this with Karen, while I'm in my sleep, I'm going to make $400. That's 10 basis points. I got 10 basis points from that transaction. So imagine with me for a moment, ladies, you go help 10 people start their own virtual MLO business that they get to work from anywhere they got Wi-Fi. And let's just say they all just help 1 family a month. That's $4,000 a month, assuming it's a $400,000 loan. Again, it could be less than that. It could be more than that, right? But imagine helping 20 ladies or men, or, it doesn't matter, $8,000 a month. And that's talking about just each person doing 1 home loan. Now, everybody's going to be more eager to do more than one. So imagine though, 30 people, y'all, that's $12,000 a month. This is not the loans you're doing. Follow me. This is the loans that people in your network are doing because they were smart enough to say yes to this platform and become an MLO. All right. 40 loans a month. If you're on the line and you can imagine this one, just hashtag yes girl in the chat, because this is my goal right here. 40 loan officers. I don't care if I got 1 in 40 I want 50 and I want one person in every state doing one loan a month. Okay. But listen, y'all, that's $16,000 a month. And for the person that's cringing right now, let me reassure you that it's okay to desire wealth. You got to have a purpose for it. Money answers all things. We can't go help feed homeless people and help women build houses, and we can't help kids with back to school. We can't do that if we're broke. That's why we got to have this conversation about women who build wealth, and that's why we can leverage this platform. So this is for realtors right here. So if you're on the line and you're a realtor, you can leverage your license. Listen, imagine that you go do a loan transaction as a mortgage loan officer, but think about maybe I live in Texas, but I have somebody that's interested in California. Well, my license is in Texas. I can't do a sale in California, but I can refer to California. Now you're letting your license work for you. I can refer to California to another sis I know. She closed the deal, throw me back 35%. So I still made money. And you're talking about now 8 deals a month. That's $700,000 a year, y'all. Almost 652. So realtors, if you're on here, ladies, if you're on here and you know realtors, you got to get them to see this like right now, tomorrow. Somebody's going to be doing one at 9 o'clock. They can see it in 30 minutes. Okay. So why become an MLO with this platform? It's because it just makes sense. You know, you could go the traditional route and, you know, spend a lot of money on cram courses and study groups and pre-licensing and take a test that most people never pass, even after taking it 3 and 4 times. The SAFE exam is hard on purpose, right? So that's why only 8% of people get in, right? Because it's a hard test to take. Then you can go pay for state licensing, state by state by state. And you got to have excellent credit coming to the table to be an MLO the traditional way. And so out of pocket, you could be and spent $25,000 just to try to help people, you know, in half the states, 50,000 if you did all state. But there is a better route. You can partner with a sister who invited you to this line tonight and get started. Like sign up tonight. It takes about 2 weeks for you to get your credentials. Receive training, guys. You can start training even before you get your license fully. You got to pass a background check, and you're originating loans in all 50 states in a couple of weeks. So if your mom's ready to refinance, say, hold on, mama, I'm going to be a loan officer in a minute. Your sister, she's ready to, you know, buy a new house. They just had a baby. They're ready. Hold on, sis. Give me 2 weeks. I'm going to be able to help you do that loan. And it doesn't matter that you've not been doing this 20, 30 years because you have that loan buddy. So no state licensing test and no state licensing fees and all of that, ladies. But listen, this is the investment. You can become a mortgage loan officer in your community, owning your own business, guys, for less than $399. And I say less than $399 because if you take action tonight, we're going to drop that price. We're going to give you a WOW voucher. So you'll need to get that from the person that invited you here. We're going to give you a WOW voucher that's valued at $150. So you can take $150 off. That means your all-in investment tonight is $249.90. Not bad to start a business where Forbes and Indeed and ABC and CNBC just told you the average income is $200,000, right? So I would pay this over like 10 times over. So you got to invest $249 in yourself tonight. There is an overhead, $89.90. That's going to get you your website, landing pages, SMS, marketing tools, training platform, back office, all of that. And that $89 can be waived when you refer 5 people. Now, you do have to pay for your own fingerprint checks. That's $66.25. But I'm telling you right now, you're starting a business. If you don't already have one, you're leaving tens of thousands on the table anyway, because you're losing tax shelter. All right. So what am I getting if I start tonight? You're going to get compliance and training. You got the AI powered credit. And guys, let me tell you, you get to use the same services that you offer your clients. So if you are not there yet, because I know plenty of realtors who don't own a home yet. When I got in the industry, guys, I've been in the credit repair space for 7 years. When I got in the industry, my score was in the 500s. But that did not stop me from telling people about the fact that I found something that was helping me. Okay. So we got access to that. You got to pass your background check. You can originate loans. You literally got this AI technology where people can mail their letters at the click of a button. You also can earn 20% on title. So you are a one-stop shop. You don't have to go outside. Everything is offered here. You got a POS system, software, CRM. And what I love, and this is like one of the biggest perks here, is the health insurance cost reduction. So I've been an entrepreneur for 7 years, paying out of pocket. Listen, entrepreneurs, it's already hard for us out here because we got to work for every dime, and then we got to pay for our insurance. Well, on this platform, guys, my medical insurance is $18 a month, Aetna, and I pay $30.25 for my dental and vision combined. So this right here is saving me over $480 a month just by being on the platform. So I don't have an $89 overhead because my business is free. But if I had to pay it, I would pay it every single month because that's still cheaper than paying out of pocket. Also, ladies, you're here early. So the company's founders have a vision to be a publicly traded company within the next 3 years. So there's an opportunity for you to earn equity. Everybody talking about the stock market, everybody talking about Bitcoin, everybody talking about investing. Even your investment tonight includes the ability for you to position yourself, and timing is everything. So again, 5 is free. If you know 5 people that need to get mortgage ready, 5 people that want to partner with you, get them started. But listen, I'm going to see if I can bring up some live testimonies. On the screen here, you have Dr. Houchins, and that's her beautiful, amazing client, Miss Elcott. I'm going to see if she's available to tell us that story in person. And then I'm going to see if we got a few other women of wealth on the line tonight that don't mind sharing their story with you guys. And we're going to get on out of here. If y'all got some value, hashtag value tonight. If you got some value, hashtag value, 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 value. You see the vision, like you see why this is important right now. But I want to bring up Dr. Houchins. She is a top performing director in our platform, guys. In fact, she's a founding director, triple black diamond. That just means she helping a whole lot of people. She is a wealth coach and strategist, or just a ball of wealth knowledge, and just so compassionate and loving. She is my sister and mentee. Somebody say the link to purchase. We got it. Ms. Warren, whoever invited you, they'll get you the link to go ahead and invest tonight. When we invest, we expect a return. When we purchase, we don't get our money back. Okay. But she's going to get you some information. Whoever invited you, she's going to get you the information to get started. So whoever invited her, but Miss Houchins, guys, I just love her. She's been able to do a lot of business. So Dr. Tina Houchins, if you would share tonight, like your experience with WOW, your experience with Own Easy, why you love this amazing platform, perhaps even share about some of the successes you had as a mortgage loan officer with some of the families you've been able to help while being on this platform. If you're there, you can unmute yourself and the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kofor. I swear, every time I hear you go over this, I want to sign up again. I am absolutely in love with our Women of Wealth. Why? Because we are a group of women empowering other group of women, and we don't hold anything back. Our whole thing is, like she said earlier, each one reach one, teach one. We have to do that. We have to be the tool that helps our community. In order to do that, we have to be able to bring something to the table. This is the something to the table. This is something that's going to bring multiple things to the table. I'm a 6.5-year retired Air Force veteran. So if you're out there and you're saying, I can't do this, yes, you can. I had no experience. I didn't know about this, but I did know one thing. I came to this table with my jacked up credit. I needed the help. So in order to get the help, I joined, and I also wanted to give the help too. So I'm going to give the help. I needed that. But it also brought me to some sisters that became more than business partners. We became family. These are my sisters. I talk to these ladies more so than I talk to my own family. That's how tight we are. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I would not change it for the world. I was used to being part of a band of brothers and sisters in the military. So when I lost that, I didn't have anything else. I was broken. So to find this, and then to find out that I can help people become better, even help myself become better, it only made sense. I am a mortgage loan officer nationwide. I've helped 2 people in South Carolina with the refi. I've had 1 young lady in Virginia, because again, we are nationwide. And also, you saw on the screen my client here in Michigan. Not only did we help her get into her home, but she started off like I did, and like a lot of us on this call. She had bad credit, but again, she was denied right before she came to us twice to get into a home. Twice. She was able to go from a 550 credit score to a 667 or 680 in less than 1 month. In less than 1 month with this platform. That immediately had her ready for home ownership. But guys, what we do that a lot of people don't do, we go in and we deep dive for it. We make sure that whatever hiccups you may have, we do the manual underwriting. So if you need a little bit more help, we're there. We do that. 3 out of the 4 loans that were done, they all went through manual underwriting. People aren't doing that. They're not trying to go the extra mile, but we are, because we will help 75% of people get into home ownership. We will help 75% of African Americans get into home ownership. We will not be that 8% sitting out there or that 3% sitting out there that can't get into home ownership just because of the color of our skin. Redlining was real then, it is still real today. We have to know our worth. And we have to know that in order for us to go up, we got to go up together and we got to help each other. This sisterhood is just about that. I wouldn't change my decision for the world. I love what I do. I love the impact that we're bringing to our communities. I love the impact that we're bringing to other women because we've all been through something. And the Wow Sisters are more than just on easy. We are about empowering beyond this bad jacked up credit. We're empowering more so beyond home ownership. It's more than that. But we have to come together as a sisterhood and bring each other up. Thank you, Dr. Cofer, for letting me share. You know, I can go on and on about this. I love what I do. I am empowered by you ladies, and I so appreciate all of my Wow Sisters.
Wow. Y'all put wow in the chat. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to ask you a question, Dr. Houchins. Don't go anywhere. Y'all just put some wows in the chat. So Dr. Houchins shared with you guys that she has done all of those loans. So Dr. Houchins, you got paid for those loans. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I get paid for those loans?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you okay with that?
I'm positively okay with that.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Listen, y'all, that's what I was sharing earlier, right? That 10 basis points. So she got her commission on those loans. And I don't, still to this day, the only client name that I know is Miss Elcock because she came a business partner. But I don't know those other 3 people. But I still was able to earn a commission. So imagine if you go out there and you share this with other people and you got a Tina Houchins on your team who knows everybody and she's talking to everybody and she's throwing them loans over the fence, guys, you literally can still earn passive income. So imagine like 1 month, you might not have a loan yourself, but you got a team and you might have 2 or 3 people that throw a loan over the fence. And guess what? You still made money that month. You didn't go without. And so this just makes sense. I want to see if one more young lady can come up. I really want to let y'all hear from a young lady. But I don't know if she's available. This millennial voice, I was going to say Dr. Chelsea Conley. Miss Chelsea Conley, if you're on the line, I don't know if you can talk, and because I didn't ask you to prepare, but if you're here and you can share, just for the women on the line who are thinking that, you know, age is a number and they can't do this, can you tell them about, you know, your decision to build this business while still working and alongside your mom? I don't know if you can talk or not. Let me just see. And if she can't, guys, okay.
Yes,
are
I'm
you
here. I'm here.
Conley? Okay,
yes.
Let me just let them know who you are. Hold on a minute. So y'all, this right here is the millennial boss. This young lady is an educator. So she works in the classroom full time, but also, guys, she's out here educating around financial literacy on a part-time basis while making full-time income. And so she's literally positioning herself for retirement. She is a top performing national advocate on our platform, a teacher, literally has a huge heart, but she's building this thing with her mom. So they're creating legacy, not just for her, but she's reaching back and she's reaching forward. So Miss Chelsea Conley, if you would just share a little bit from your perspective about why you love On Easy, why you love Wow, why you love doing what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Cofer. First of all, for just your servant leadership. Y'all, when I tell you, you should not take for granted being in this Zoom room with this woman of God right here. It is a blessing to be a part of this movement with all of these ladies. I mean, me being so young, it's empowering to be around people that are better than me, right? Because if you're the smartest person in the room, it's a problem. And so I am just excited about this movement. I'm excited about the company because it's giving me a way out. Can anybody like resonate with that? It's giving me a way out. I don't have to work 20, 30, 40 years for a pension. I don't have to, you know, work like my mom did. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that God blessed me with such an amazing mom. Y'all, I watched her work 60, 70 hours a week and go to school full time and take care of her family. And I said, I will not sit back and watch my mom break her back. And me being, I was in my early 20s at the time, I said I won't do it. When there's too many avenues out here for me to empower our family, for me to change that narrative, you guys. And so this opportunity has given me, I never even imagined myself to be a mortgage loan officer, right? But the CEOs of this company was like, bam, like they just put it on us. And I am just excited that God led me here. It is not by happen chance. It is divine, and it's divine that all of you are here tonight. So I'm telling you, don't leave here tonight and say, I need to talk to my husband about it. You don't, because you've been praying, you've been searching, and God brought you here tonight. He connected you to the young lady or to the gentleman that invited you here. And so you just need to get started, y'all. Take it from me. I'm young, yes, but listen, that just tells you age don't matter. When it say age is just a number, it's just that. So y'all, thank you so much, Dr. Kofor, for allowing me to share, and welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to the movement.
Wow. Y'all drop wow in the chat. Listen, age and but I heard wisdom. That's all I heard was listen, wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing, ladies. And tonight, I'm sure by now you've heard enough value that you can make a wise decision. When wealthy people make decisions, y'all, they count the costs. Like, what's in it for me? Is this going to help somebody? Can it be profitable? It just makes sense. They invest. So as Miss Chelsea Conley just said, guys, you don't have to go back to the throne room. Lord, should I invest $249? Like, we go to brunch and we spend that on brunch. We buy pocketbooks. We ain't praying about, should we buy this pocketbook? Okay. So literally, this is an opportunity to invest in you, to invest in the community that, you live in, and to invest in others across the country who desperately need to see you. They need to hear you. They need to know what's possible. As a community loan officer, you get to change the dynamics for families for centuries to come. So tonight, ladies, we want to welcome you to Own Easy. If you're ready to get started, hashtag I'm in. Get back with the queen who got you started tonight. She will get you our WOW promo code. You will need that promo code unless you want to spend $3.99, but you will need that promo code if you want to take advantage of the $150 savings tonight. But get with her. I see the chat over here. Y'all in? Good. Get with her. Let her know you're in. She'll get you set up. There's another call at 9:00. If you feel like you jumped on here late, you can jump on there. She can get you that link. And then we just look forward to seeing all of you at the top. We look forward to you just changing the dynamics of wealth in America through real estate. And so congratulations again to all of you. Welcome aboard. I see some faces out there that I know and some that I don't know. I know we have our big sis, Tiffany McIntosh. She just joined, her and her husband. So we want to welcome them from Texas. Super excited to have you guys on. I see my girl Tammy Gilks is in the building. Welcome, millionaire. So excited to see all of you on tonight, ladies. Get back with the person that invited you, and they'll help you get started. That's our time. Take care, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
There's a young lady on that a gentleman invited her. She has